Yeah.
He's been on the show before. He is a legend, and he's on with us live for the first time. Andrei Arlovski, how are you?
Good. And still alive. Thank you very much.
That's my line. That's, you know, every day I wake up is a good day. But, you know, since you kind of said this, you've been around, you know, a few years. I believe, and I'd be willing to bet this, and I'm in the gambling capital, and I don't bet. There is no media people that cover the UFC today that was at your first fight and covered you, except for one.
Yeah, UFC 28.
Yep, and that would be me. So I have been there.
November 16, 2000.
Yeah, that's
Atlantic City, Taj Mahal.
Yeah, not too long ago. Does it feel like a long time ago?
Soon it's going to be UFC 300, but yeah.
Does it seem like it was that long ago?
Looks it was yesterday. In a bad case scenario 2 days ago, but yeah.
Yeah, this is so. When he said that you were coming on, this is kind of a big thrill for me personally, because you're the reason that I followed the sport. We had a DVD VHS. I want to say UFC 51 when you beat Tim Sylvia with the. I was like an ankle hook or.
I dropped him with overhand right and the ankle lock.
Yeah. So that was the first DVD I'd ever watched of
February
UFC.
5th, it was like the day after my birthday. Yeah.
Right, and I watched it, and you see Tim Sylvia, and Tim Sylvia's a big, imposing guy, and you came in, and you were always in incredible shape. But then the fangs, and when you had long hair, I was like, who the hell is this guy? And you came in, yeah, great, very good looking. But you came in like the overhand right, and you dived on him quicker. They talk about people like Tom now being so quick for a heavyweight, but you were on him so quickly, and you finished that fight, and I was completely and utterly enamored. I was like, this is a sport for me. And ever since then, so first of all, it's a privilege to sit in front of you. And one thing I wanted to ask you, you are have always been throughout your career very intimidating to opponents. And I remember, I think it was Paul Buentello. We finished him in like 10 seconds or something.
10 seconds. The fastest knockout in UFC history.
Yeah. So because of the way that you look, the fangs, all of that stuff was amazing. Mike Tyson always used to say, "I have them beat before I get in the ring." When I saw that fight, I remember seeing this is a UFC heavyweight. This is someone that's elite of the elite of fighters. He's used to fighting, and he looked across the ring when you got into the ring, and he looked visibly scared. And he almost couldn't hide it. It was very strange. And then you obviously took him apart. Is that something is that just you? Or was that something you think, I don't know, I'm going to psych you out before I even get into a ring? How do you approach that?
I didn't think about it, but yeah, I guess so. And you're absolutely right. You're not the first person who told me about Mike Tyson, I would say syndrome, whatever it's like. Yeah. Some people were scared to fight me even before they stepped inside the octagon.
Yeah. Amazing.
No, I remember it. I remember it vividly. And I used to talk to people, and I know Tim very well. And, you know, we've talked about that whole, you know, you guys and you were. And the thing that I love about the sport, and you know, our last guest, we talked about it, you know, when we first started covering it, it was cockfighting. It was this, and everybody hated it. And people didn't realize that you guys are normal people until it's time to fight. Well, semi-normal because you fight. You know, and looking at you, I remember it back then. I mean, people were scared to even talk to you. People were scared, which you probably liked because it kept interviews.
Because I never smile, and because in Russian nobody smiled. And if somebody asks how you doing, who the fuck? It's not your business.
He said truck. Truck.
Truck. I'm sorry. Yeah. And after a while, after a few years when I lived in the United States, for me, it became a normal question, how you doing, and smile to people. Yeah, but before, I didn't speak English at all, and never smiled. You're absolutely right, and I guess it was some people thought I'm a jackass.
Which obviously you're not. Is it the same feeling whether it's camp now or whether it's, you know, the week of a fight or when you're going to walk in for the last fight because you haven't had this one yet? Is it the same feeling as it was in 2000?
Absolutely, I still have fire in my eyes, and I'm a lucky person, a lucky athlete because I love to do what I'm doing, and my wife support me, my family support me, let me do what I love to do. My coaches with me, so yes, I still have fire, like I said, in my eyes, and this is my life.
So I'm going to ask you this, and I'm going to ask Jim Miller this as well. Are the two of you waiting for the other person to retire? Like, are you waiting for Jim so that you can catch him?
No, that truck guy to wins ahead me. So, but I wish him nothing like good luck, and it's a pleasure. I still have the most wins in the heavyweight division, but yeah, definitely I wish him good luck on Saturday night, and I'll do everything possible to beat my opponent as well.
You just spoke about your family there. You have a little boy.
I have two sons, and December 1st, my wife gave a birth to two little girls.
Oh, congratulations! Wow. Amazing.
Can you imagine that boy in 18 to 20 years? I don't care how old you are. And you answer the door.
Prom night.
That's okay, because my oldest one, he's 11. He said already he's supposed to get my permission to date someone. So
I love it.
I said, "Come on, boy," but I gave him a fist.
Would they? So your two boys and even your daughter, if they come to you and say, "Do you fight so they don't have to?" Or if they come to you and say, "Dad, listen, I want to do what you do," would you be happy to support them, or would you want them away from it all?
They're not going to fight for sure, because a priori they were born like in better positions than I was, and they need to suffer because thanks to that, thanks to UFC, thanks that I live in the United States, I gave him pretty much a lot. So
yeah,
they don't have to fight. But if somehow, definitely I'll do everything possible to support them.
Yeah, that's cool.
Not to keep bringing up my age, which would mean your age as well. When you first started, this career, could you have ever thought this far into the career that you would still be where you're at, still performing the way you're at, and still being the Andrei Arlovski that people were scared of back then?
I like, but I'm still scared. But anyway, you're absolutely right. I like that I pioneer of MMA, of UFC, and as of today, I'm the oldest UFC fighter, and I wish to myself still doing and still going, because, like I said before, I love do what I'm doing right now. But you're absolutely right. I need to perform well and keep my friends, MMA friends, UFC friends, have them entertained. So that's only one reason, and I'm gonna still alive, and I just do what I love to do. I just
yeah.
This is my life.
Have you, over the past couple of years, as MMA has really been blowing up here in the country, and those guys, what could you vision MMA 10 years from now? Could you ever envision what it has now become?
Actually, I had an interview before you guys, and I said that I witness.
Yeah.
It was from years to years. Now it's like mainstream sport, and when COVID lockdown was, only one sport was one thing, MMA, UFC, and people are supposed to be like super appreciate today in a white, because of course, God bless Florida. So,
this reference, and I know you got something, Jimmy. The first event, and I mentioned it was at UFC 11. The after party was in the ballroom. It was a cheese tray. It was 3 fans, a media person. That was the after party. And now, again, what this has become. It's awesome. It's awesome for all of us. And we thanked, and you already mentioned Dana. Without Dana and the Fertittas doing what they did, we wouldn't have been able to do what Florida did and all that stuff. So, I mean, it's because of them that we're talking right now.
You've been such a big part of why this company is where it is. You're one of the very few that have been there, seen it, done it, achieved everything that can possibly be achieved. How do you feel about this kind of situation now with celebrities trying to fight? I'm doing the Jake Pauls and this. How do you feel as someone that has been the baddest man on the planet, has been fighting and still fighting at the very top level? Do you go, listen, it's cool, it's entertainment, let them do it? Or does it annoy you that people like Jake Paul and people like that are now almost making some people would say making a mockery of the sports, or they're not taking it seriously, they don't understand the risks? How do you feel about it? Would you fight Jake Paul?
Answer yes.
Yes.
because it's not because of like sport, because of money.
Sure.
Right?
Good.
And, money talks.
Yeah. I don't think he would fight you, by the way.
10 years ago, nobody would like imagine to do the stuff like
Sure.
celebrities are gonna fight. Now it's like not mainstream, but it's very popular, not only in the United States.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay.
they find out like what fans likes, what people wants to see. So
Yeah. I'd like
so
to. Yeah.
Diaz and Masvidal gonna fight in March boxing match.
Yes.
I supposed to do this shit like
Ship. You see my Navy ship on the computer.
Yes,
I got it.
right. I supposed to do that boxing match back in 2009 when I signed with Golden Boy promotion. I supposed to get some record in boxing and get a fight for big money with one of the brothers, Klitschko brothers.
Right.
A few years ago, McGregor first did this. Now everybody, like, what's his name, Ngannou, fighting Gypsy King. So it's just now like Masvidal and Diaz. So I still pioneering all this stuff.
Would you if the opportunity came along now, maybe take away from the MMA to go into the celebrity boxing world, because there is a lot of money in it? Would you go in and do that?
Actually, I was the first fighter, MMA and UFC fighter, who did charity boxing match against Fresco, and it's boxer, pro boxer from Chicago. Yeah, we did this stuff in New York. Yeah, I still the pioneer, still the first.
Yeah,
but obviously I did it for free because it was charity. But now I'm under contract with UFC. I'm an employee of UFC, and we'll see what's going to happen in the future.
Yeah. Before we finish and talk about the fight on Saturday, a fan of any other sports? What teams? Sox, Cubs.
I would say Blackhawks. I like hockey, but my oldest one playing baseball right now. He obviously his team not so much, but he hit 2 times All-Star winter games. So and when I start understand baseball and know the rules baseball, now I became a fan and I love baseball.
Yeah.
Baseball.
How does Andrei relax?
Relax with now more often with kids, with my wife. We enjoy our companies, of course, because I'm a lot of time I'm gone, and good dinner, good wine, and the most time I spend with my kids. So shooting range.
Beautiful. Are you still pursuing other things like, obviously the movies and acting and bits and pieces? Maybe when you decide to retire, whenever that is, you've done a fair bit of that kind of stuff. Is that something that you could see yourself doing, or would you like to stay in the sport?
Nice. If I would be a god, I would tell you what's going to happen in the future, but I don't know what's in the near future. But you're asking about movie. I forgot when I went last time to the movie theater. But we have Netflix. We have like all the stuff like and movie theater probably not. But join the good company, good dinner, and good bottle of wine. Of course, like Nike, just do it. But somehow I spent like 24 years in UFC. I want somehow like be associated with the greatest MMA company in the world.
Yeah. Okay.
And maybe not just MMA.
Maybe not.
Actually,
it's funny because my manager Ibrahim Kawa sent me audition for Cobra Kai, some episodes. I don't know what I'm gonna do there, but actually it's funny. Obviously. I'm not going to be A-list actor, but do some like
some cool stuff.
Criminals or terrorists. My type of face, it's like perfectly fine for that.
Have you had the audition yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet, because I know the guy that wrote it. He's a friend of mine.
I know, and I love who stars in it.
I'm going. Yeah, you do. I'm be like, you'd be so good in that show, because like it would just kill it. I love it. I'm going to speak to Hayden about that one. That's amazing.
Finally, let's talk about Saturday night back in the octagon for I think it's like your 5th or 6th time. I know. What can the fans expect to see when the legend, and I've already said it, I hate the word because it's overused. It is not being overused. When you step back in there.
My opponent definitely is tough. He's a former baseball player, boxer, so obviously heavy hitter, and I spend a lot of time with and my boxing coaches and the wrestling coaches. So just like as usual, I have to be alert, keep my hands up, move around, and try to figure out what he's gonna do. But like I said, you can in the heavyweight division you can win whole fight and in the last second to get punched and fight over. So I have to be smart. Stick with
Good stuff.
Stick with my game plan.
Good stuff. Thank you very much for your time. We're going to get your address. We're going to send you a care package from 8 Man Strong and some stuff from Bucked Up Energy Drink as well.
Thank you very much.
And if we can get you, I know that you've been down to Florida. We can get you in the Tampa Bay area. Do you fish at all?
Yes.
If we
I
can
like fish and I like shooting and I like hunting.
we can set you up a trip in the Tampa Bay area. We'll take you fishing. We'll take you, we'll do the whole 9 yards. And I keep telling fighters, talk to Nabi. She'll tell you that I mean everything I say. And fighters are always like, will you really do it? All you got to do is let me know when you're coming, and we will set up everything else.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate your time. Let's go hit a quick break. Coming to you live from the Apex. This is Knockout Radio, brought to you by 8 Man Strong, Staff Zone, Bucked Up Energy Drink, and Bio Accelerator.
Amazing. Thank you.
Let me get an address to mail this stuff to you.